Thank you, Madam Chair. This is a very important hearing. Thank you for holding this. Obviously, we're very concerned about not only the EPA, but many other agencies that fall under our jurisdiction that had some major cutbacks. And in my opinion, we're not able to function effectively in the last 4 years. But the EPA is probably the worst in that respect because of after 4 years of attacks, it's essential that we have a robust and effective and fully resourced EPA. It's not going to be easy. In the last 4 years, President Trump's EPA undermined key public health protections, including common sense limits on pollution from power plants, successful automobile efficiency standards and protections that keep American families safe from mercury and other toxic hazards. They let polluters off the hook by weakening the enforcement program. They eroded the essential scientific infrastructure, and they sidelined and silenced the agency's career staff as scandals and investigations captured headlines on an almost daily basis. So thankfully, it's a new day at the EPA. The Biden administration has hit the ground running and taken decisive action to get EPA and its mission back on track. On day one, President Biden reasserted our international climate leadership by rejoining the Paris Climate Accord. Shortly thereafter, he signed a broad range of additional executive actions to reverse the Trump administration's dangerous rollbacks and address the climate crisis, while also pursuing economic justice and economic revitalization. And as our witnesses today can attest, EPA's record of accomplishments over the years has shown that protecting the environment and public health is not only good policy, but also good for the economy and jobs. And I want to stress that, and that'll be my questions today as well, that it makes sense that the president's early actions on the environment are also an important part of his jobs agenda. So recognizing that environmental injustices have historically been concentrated in poorer communities, President Biden assigned new duties to EPA to strengthen enforcement of protections, environmental justice communities. He also required the agency to improve monitoring and provide real-time pollution data to the public, and he established the Justice 40 initiative with the goal of delivering 40% of overall benefits of federal investments to environmental justice communities. And these are key steps, but they're not enough on their own. Congress has to act to ensure EPA has the right resources and tools in place to succeed, and that science is always at the heart of public policy. So just last week, the committee introduced the Clean Future Act, ambitious legislation to combat the climate crisis this decade and achieve net zero greenhouse gas pollution. It's critical that we act as more and more Americans have been forced to confront the harsh realities of climate change. Now, I wanted to mention that our former governor from New Jersey, Christie Whitman, is here with us. Thank you for being here, Governor. I said that I always say she's my favorite Republican governor. As you know, she was the EPA administrator, and she worked with me to establish with this committee a long time ago, I shouldn't say, the Brownfields Initiative. Some of you were already talking about that. It was when she was the EPA administrator, and she took the idea from what she did as governor in New Jersey, because we had more brownfield sites than any other state in the country. And this was done with President Bush. It was bipartisan. We had the signing ceremony together. It's just another example of how we can work on a bipartisan basis, which was what Governor Whitman was always about and still is about. But she also knows that the devastating impact of these extreme weather events. You remember, Governor, after Superstorm Sandy in 2012, it took years for the economy, families, and communities to recover from that event or for any extreme weather event. I'm at the shore with a lot of my district, and we see the consequences of these extreme weather events. So our witnesses this morning truly know what's at stake. They've served under Democratic and Republican presidents, both at headquarters and in regional offices. They're uniquely qualified to share their opinions on how to get back on track with the EPA and how Congress can help the EPA tackle the enormous environmental challenges that confront us. So with that, Madam Chair, I yield back, but I can't stress how important this hearing is, and obviously that we follow up with whatever we can to recreate a robust environmental protection agency. Thank you, Chairwoman DeGette.